أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر. سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. صدق الله العظيم.
अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह। दूसरे पढ़ लीजिए। जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया। जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया। जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया। दिल की गहराइयों से सच्ची सच्ची जान कर जिंदगी गुजारी जिसने उनकी बातें मान कर। दिल की गहराइयों से सच्ची सच्ची जान कर जिंदगी गुजारी जिसने उनकी बातें मान कर, फिर तो समझो उसका बेड़ा पार हो गया, फिर तो समझो उसका बेड़ा पार हो गया, जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया। लौट कर ढूंढ कर मुशरिकीन मक्का एक कमजोर सा मकड़ी का जाला, लौट कर ढूंढ कर मुशरिकीन मक्का एक कमजोर सा मकड़ी का जाला, दुश्मनों की राग में दीवार हो गया, दुश्मनों की राग में दीवार हो गया, जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया। और दुबली पतली दाई हलीमा की ऊँटनी दिखलाने लगी फिर बिजली सी तेजी, दुबली पतली दाई हलीमा की ऊँटनी दिखलाने लगी फिर बिजली सी तेजी, आमिना का लाल जब सवार हो गया, आमिना का लाल जब सवार हो गया, जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया, जिसको मेरे मुस्तफ़ा से प्यार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया, बाग़े जन्नत का वो हकदार हो गया।
बुलाना जी रोज तो माशाल्लाह नहीं बोले આજે કેમ માશાલ્લાહ બોલા આ તો ગાયન જેવું લાગ્યું હે अच्छा चलो अल्लाह खैर करे हाँ 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 बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद शेख यूनुस साहब रहमतुल्लाहि अलैहि once said कि ये प्यार प्यार मोहब्बत ये अल्लाह रसूल के साथ जो मोहब्बत है वो अलग है, और ये जो प्यार होता है महबूब माशूक के साथ वो अलग है। This प्यार and मोहब्बत which you have with महबूब is based on your own desire, shahwat, passion for your need. That's not the प्यार and मोहब्बत which is with Allah and Rasul. वो तो अज़मत और एहतराम और अदब और रिस्पेक्ट वाली मोहब्बत है, जिसमें अल्लाह रसूल के साथ मोहब्बत भी हो, अज़मत भी हो, अदब भी हो, रिस्पेक्ट, खशियत, खौफ। जैसे एग्जाम्पल, एक फर्माबरदार बेटे को अपने बाप से प्यार होता है, मोहब्बत होती है, जैसे एक ताबेदार मुरीद को अपने शेख से मोहब्बत होती है। तो ये मोहब्बत डिफरेंट टाइप की है। तो ये नज़मों में, नातों में इस तरह का प्यार का लफ्ज़ लाते हैं तो दिमाग उधर चला जाता है, हालांकि उधर नहीं जाना चाहिए। ये तो एक तरह का गायन है, तो इसलिए वो ये नज़म नेक्स्ट टाइम मत पढ़ना, ये मुझे नहीं अच्छी लगी। खामखा के लिए प्यार 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 शेख पसंद नहीं करते थे, शेख यूनुस साहब ढकते थे इस पर। वो तो एक अज़मत, मोहब्बत, रिस्पेक्ट, अदब वाली मोहब्बत है, तो उसको इसके साथ जोड़ना, कनेक्ट करना, ये बिल्कुल गलत है। अल्लाह हमारी हिफाजत करे। रिस्पेक्टेड एल्डर्स ब्रदर्स, for the past few days you've been listening to Dr. Saab. Health, physical health, mental health, drugs. ज़रूरी है, ये सब important. Nobody speaks about that. मैंने सोचा कि मैं क्या बयान करूं, मैंने कहा मैं भी हेल्थ का ही बयान करता हूं। आप कहेंगे मौलवी है और हेल्थ का बयान क्या करेगा। क्यों? तो मौलवी को ये सब चीज़ें नहीं आती, मौलवी को हेल्थ का ख्याल रखना ज़रूरी नहीं है। हज़रत नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, he was the healthiest person you could think of. He used to eat little, his belly was not out, his belly, stomach was as flat with his chest, in line with his chest. Like a young man, his shoulders were broad, his bones were strong, he was as fit and as healthy as he could be. Though he used to have lots of tensions and lots of illnesses, but he never showed it. He just remained strong and healthy. Once he came out to the masjid, Sahaba were sitting. They were having some discussions. They were talking about Naseeb, good fortune. And they were saying, Fulan's Naseeb is in camels, Fulan's Naseeb is in goats, Fulan's Naseeb is in business, Fulan's good fortune is in tijarat. हम कहते हैं ना, वो तो मिट्टी में भी हाथ डाल दे तो सोना बन जाता है. If he takes dust, it turns into gold. He's so lucky, यार, उसकी कोई business fail नहीं जाती है. So they were talking about Naseeb. So Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam overheard their question and asked them what's going on. He said, Rasulullah, this is what we're talking. And he said, it's okay. لا بأس بالغنى لمن اتقى والصحة لمن اتقى خير من الغنى وطيب النفس من النعيم. Riwayat is in Mishkat Sharif. No harm in being rich provided the person is muttaqi. But good health is better than being rich. And cheerfulness is among the bliss, among the great ni'mats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. तीन चीजें बयान की. Being rich. No harm in being rich. You can be rich. You can be a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire. You can own the whole world. Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, Usman Ghani, Zubair ibn Awwam, Talha ibn Ubaidillah. Very rich Sahaba. Millionaires. In fact, they might be billionaires in today's terms. Umar ibn Khattab was also very rich. He had lots of properties, lands. And मारी किया. भाई ये गाड़ी का है ना, इमरजेंसी हो तो नंबर भेजने का. अरे थोड़ी देर बैठ सकते हो, सवार कर सकते हो, बैठो नहीं, बयान में सुनो नहीं, या घड़ी घड़ी गाड़ी भेजते रहते हो. जरा से वो तो गाड़ी का नंबर भेज दिया. DCVK432 कौन सी गाड़ी है? होंडा. जी क्या कह रहे थे हम? Sahaba, many Sahaba were very rich. There's no harm in being rich. Hazrat Umar's estate, when he was dying, he said to his son Abdullah, Abdullah, I have lots of properties, but I have lots of debts as well. Sell all my properties and pay off my debt. And if the payment falls short, then seek help from Banu Adi, our tribe. And if Banu Adi do not help and do not offer anything, then go to Quraysh. And if don't exceed Quraysh. Abdullah says, we sold his 2 or 3 of his properties and all his debts were paid off, and the other properties were still left to be divided as estate among the heirs. So Sahaba were rich. Huzur said, no harm in becoming rich. Work hard, earn your money. However, shart is, لمن اتقى. Being rich is not harmful for a person who has taqwa. Taqwa. That's the most important thing. If you don't have taqwa, then being rich will be harmful. Nabi Pak sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in another hadith, Inna tujjar yuhsharuna yawm al-qiyamati fujjar illa man ittaqa Allah wa barra wa sadaqa. Businessmen, merchants, traders will be resurrected on the day of Qiyamah as fujjar, disobedient, transgressors. Tujjar, hashar will be like fujjar, except those tujjar who do three things: ittaqallah wa barra wa sadaqa, who fear Allah, who are virtuous, who speak the truth. Yes. They will be different. But the other tujjar who don't have taqwa, who are not good, not virtuous, who don't pray namaz, who don't do any good, who don't give any sadaqah, charity, who don't give any zakat properly, and was sadaqah, who speak truth. But these tujjar who don't speak the truth, who lie, who cheat, who fraud, they will be resurrected as fujjar. Only those tujjar, ittaqallaha wa barra wa sadaqa. He said in another hadith, التاجر الصدوق الأمين مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. A businessman who is always speaking the truth and who is amanat dar, trustworthy, will be with the Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada and Salihin. Allahu Akbar. What a high rank for such a tajir. You know, this reminds me of our Hazrat. Our Hazrat, Nawwarallahu Mulqadu's father, his name was Sulaiman. Hazrat is Yusuf Sulaiman Mutala. So, Hazrat's father had a small shop in Variety. He used to sell sweet, tikra, these types of household items, goods, mari, masala. And he was very true, truthful, trustworthy, amanatdar, sadaqat wala insan. He used to go to Surat city for shopping. The wholesalers, when they would see him coming, they would say, ha, Sulaiman Seth aa gaya. Sulaiman Seth aa gaya. They used to call him Sulaiman Seth. Sulaiman Seth is here. Now when he would buy his stuff and the total would be done, so let's say so many rupees and so many paisa, dollars and cents. So Hazrat's father would take out the paisa, cents first, and then he would give the rupees. Now the businessman would say, bhaiya paisa raha do, to kahin nahi, kali rupiya de do, kahin nahi, maaf. Nahi, paisa pehla devana, ye to tomorrow nafo. Ye paisa jo hai cents, that's your profit. I have to give that first, and then I give the rupees. And each and every penny he would pay. और आज तो हम लोग 10 अस्तु करो नहीं मौलवी साहब, हमारे वाली साहब की दुकान थी, अब उसमें वो 50p का स्ट्रेनर होता था सिंक में रखने का, तो बाज औरतें आए, मामा 50p, मामा मैं क्या सस्तु करो, अल्लाह 50 पैसा मैं सस्तु करवा दूँ, लेकिन हम लोग उसमें भी सस्ता कराते कि पैसा कम करो नहीं. और यहाँ सुलेमान सेठ पैसा पहले देते हैं. ये है अमानतदारी तिजारत में. ताजिर बनो, पैसे खूब कमाओ, लेकिन इत्तक़ल्लाह व बर्र व सदक़ा, तक़वा दिल में हो, नेकी मिजाज में हो, सच्चाई जबान पर हो, तो बचेंगे, वरना तुज्जार फुज्जार, ये हदीस कह रही है. इसलिए यहाँ क्या कहा, ला बअस बिल गिना लिमन इत्तक़ा. तो जितने भी ताजिर यहाँ बैठे हैं, अल्लाह के वास्ते इतना काम कर लो. रमज़ान में टेक दिस मैसेज फ्रॉम हियर. You can be a businessman, but you have to have taqwa. Lead a life of taqwa, a life of virtue, truthfulness, sadaqat, diyanat, amanat. Don't cheat anyone, don't fraud, don't do anything wrong, right? Do everything right. And inshallah your business will, flourish. Allah will give you more. Even if something is faulty, just say, okay, this is faulty. You want to buy it, don't leave it. ऐसे किसी को चीट करके गलत चीज़, फॉल्टी चीज़ अच्छी करके निकाल देना बहुत बड़ा गुनाह है इसमें. गाड़ी ख़राब है तो आपने छुपा दिया, उसमें कोई तेल डाल दिया ताकि वो आवाज़ ख़त्म हो जाए, वो ले गया. अब हफ्ता 10 दिन के बाद वो आवाज़ आना शुरू हो गया, गियर बॉक्स टूट गया, आपने धोखा दिया उसको. तो ये आपको पूछोगी. और उस पैसे में बरकत भी, देयर विल बी एनी बरकत इन देयर. So to get barakat comes from Allah. Allah will only give you barakat if you have taqwa, if you have sadaqat, and if you are good. So, the first sentence was, La ba'sa bil ghina liman ittaqa. Being rich, no harm, provided you have taqwa. Second sentence he said, because the Sahaba were talking about richness. Fulan's richness is in camels. Fulan's richness is in goats. Fulan's richness is in buying and selling gold. Fulan's richness in business this. Then he said second sentence, وَالصِّحَّةُ لِمَنِ اتَّقَى خَيْرٌ مِنَ الْغِنَى. For a muttaqi, good health is better than richness. Good health is better than being rich. You have taqwa, then good health is better for you than being rich. Because if your health deteriorates, you can't do anything. You cry out. You are a muttaqi, but your knees have given in. You can't stand up in prayer. You can't do sajda on the ground. You're praying on the chair. You're crying. I want to put my forehead on the ground. I can't put up my forehead on the ground anymore. You are sick. You can't keep roza. You are sick. Your eyes are gone. You're blind. You can't read Quran. Right? So this ill health is bad. Good health is better for a muttaqi than being rich. وَالصِّحَّةُ لِمَنِ اتَّقَى خَيْرٌ مِنَ الْغِنَى. Now good health. Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is giving importance to having good health. Stay healthy. Look after your health. Right? He is asked about dawa, daru, ilaj, mu'alaja, treating the body, taking medication. And he said, of course, Ya ibadallah tadawaw, فإن الله لم يجعل داء إلا جعل له دواء فإذا أصيب دواء الداء برأ بإذن الله. For every disease, there is a cure. Allah has placed on the earth cure for diseases. So when the cure and the medicine, it coincides and falls on that illness is cured. भाई कुरान शरीफ पढ़ना है, आहिस्ता पढ़ो यार. If you want to read Quran, read loud, silently, not loudly. इससे क्या समझ में आया? On the earth, Allah Pak has placed medicine for all illness. In the herbs, in the shrubs, in honey, in black seed, oil, black seed, in habbatus sauda, shoniz, quste bahri, hakimi medicine, herbalist medicine. The real medicine is the natural medicine. And these tablets are man-made medicines. Now, for centuries, people heal themselves with the herbs and the shrubs. हमारे घर की देसी दवा. लेकिन the General Medical Council has twisted our mentality and said these tablets are the real medicine, and that is an alternative medicine. Alternative, meaning if this doesn't work, then you go there. Halaki, that was the original medicine, this was alternative. लेकिन they put you on this medication for life. हमेशा पूरी जिंदगी खाते ही रहो इसको और पैसे बनाते ही रहे. हालांकि असल मेडिसिन तो किस में है? ये हमारी देसी दवाइयाँ जो हैं. अब खांसी है, नज़ला है, जुकाम है, तो हल्दी वाला दूध बना के पियो. और इस तरह की जो नेचुरल होममेड रेमेडीज हैं जो हर जगह होती हैं, अपने बूढ़ों की कदर करो. बूढ़ों के पास ये दवाइयाँ हैं, the oldies, they have these medicine, learn from them. You know, Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha, once Urwa ibn Zubair, her nephew, said to her that Ummul Mu'mineen, Ammi Jan, I know you are a great muhaddisa, you are a great faqiha, you are a great mufassira, you are a great poet, you are the best in every field. How are you the best in medicine as well? You know a lot about medicine. So where did you learn the medicine from? And she said, Kana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam rajulan bimaradan. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to fall ill a lot. And people from the Arab and Bedouins, they would come and they would prescribe for him. Ya Rasulullah, use this. Ya Rasulullah, eat that. Ya Rasulullah, take this herb. Ya Rasulullah, take this shrub. And I would remember all those prescriptions which they would give. And from there, I learned all this medicine. So this desi medicine, desi dawa, is the best dawa. You know, this reminds me of this story which I read. The book was about animals. जानवरों के किस्से होते हैं ना, तो उसमें बंदर मंकीज का किस्सा लिखा हुआ था. You know, Pakistani army, when they were at war with India on the borders, the army was staying at one place and there were lots of monkeys there. So when they would cook the food, the monkeys would come around and they would keep looking. So the army would realize that they are hungry, so whatever rotis, chawal left over, they would feed it to the monkeys. So the monkeys became friends with them. Now the army's major, the lieutenant, he was a little bit elderly person and he was bald. He was a little bit of bald on his head. So one day he had taken his clothes off and he was washing his head, and the chief of the monkeys, he was there staring at him. He looked at his baldness. So he jumped up, he went around the forest and he picked some shrubs and vegetables. He brought them and threw them in front of him. He guessed and ho in his own monkey language. So the major and they understood that he wants us to crush it, make paste and apply it on the head. So they did that. अब जो वो पेस्ट लगाया तो दूसरे दिन वो जो बचे खुचे बाल थे वो भी गए. Whatever hair he had on his head, even they were gone. Now, when the monkey came, the major beat him up with a डंडा. बहुत मारा उसको गुस्से में, तो वो monkey भाग गया. लेकिन फिर कुछ दिन बाद उसके तो फर्स्ट क्लास काले काले बाल निकल आए. उसने कहा, यार ये तो इसने जबरदस्त नुस्खा बताया था. ये मंकी में भी उनके डॉक्टर होते हैं, वो इलाज करते हैं. In animals, if they get injured, what tablet do they take? They don't take tablets. Allah ne Qudrati, He's taught them that go in the forest, eat this, take that, and that's how they get better. So Allah's Prophet ﷺ said that do your ilaj, cure your bodies, and He said on the earth, Allah Pak has kept a healing and medicine for every sickness. All you have to do is go and look out for it. When you get the right medicine and it touches your body, you will be cured. So, हमें जो है, we should not be dependent on these tablets, because for life you'll be dependent on them. जो natural medicine है, वो करो. Natural healing is best, और उसी से आदमी ठीक होता है. अब ये डायबिटीज है उसके लिए जैसे रोज़ाना सुबह में 1 टेबल स्पून ऑलिव ऑयल एक्स्ट्रा वर्जिन गुड क्वालिटी पी लिया करो, डायबिटीज़ को फ़ायदा होगा। कोलेस्ट्रॉल है तो हमारे मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था किसी ने कहा, हाँ, एप्पल साइडर विनेगर सुबह सुबह, इन द मॉर्निंग, एम्प्टी स्टमक, हीट कप ऑफ वाटर, उसमें 1 टेबल स्पून एप्पल साइडर विनेगर, 1 टेबल स्पून गुड क्वालिटी एक्स्ट्रा वर्जिन ऑलिव ऑयल, ये याफा का सबसे अच्छा होता है, और 1 टेबल स्पून हनी। मैं एवरीडे सुबह में इसको पीता हूँ। मुझे डॉक्टर कहता है तेरा कोलेस्ट्रॉल, जब चेक करा था कि ओके, मैंने कहा बस ठीक है, दवाई नहीं खानी है। ही पुट मी ऑन कोलेस्ट्रॉल मेडिसिन स्टार्टिंग, 2 हफ्ते मैंने खाई, लेकिन पूरा बदन शेकिंग लाइक समथिंग रनिंग इन माय बॉडी, एंड आई वाज डाउन, आई कुडंट कंसंट्रेट। दारुल में पूरा दिन सबक नहीं पढ़ा पड़ते थे। मैंने कहा व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग, देन आई रियलाइज द स्टार्टिंग्स। मैंने कहा फेंको इसको डस्टबिन में। आज 15 साल हो गए, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं जी रहा हूँ। खामखा के लिए वो क्यों दवाई खाएं, परहेज ही करो। अच्छा भाई, कोलेस्ट्रॉल के लिए समोसा नहीं खाने, लेकिन मैंने उस दिन समोसा के पावर पर बयान किया, पावर ऑफ समोसा। अब मैंने सुबह को उसका बयान किया और दोपहर को डॉक्टर गोगा साहब आए, वो सारा पानी फेंक दिया मेरे बयान पर कि हेल्थी खाओ। अरे यार 2-4 समोसे एंजॉय करने दो नहीं रमजान में, चलो ग्रिल करके खा लो समोसा, फ्राई मत करो। लेकिन समोसा तो समोसा है, समोसा बहुत पावरफुल है, पावर ऑफ समोसा। और उन्होंने कहा कि क्रीमी चीज़ें नहीं खाने की, केक नहीं खाने का, और जो व्हिपिंग क्रीम वगैरह है उससे परहेज करने का। हमने कहा बहुत अच्छा, हमने क्रीम छोड़ दी, ये चीज़ें छोड़ दी। मुझे वैसे भी केक वेक अच्छे नहीं लगते, तो मैंने वो सब छोड़ दिया। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, क्या ज़रूरी है इन चीज़ों को खाना, सिर्फ एक समोसा बाकी है, वो खाना पड़ता है, लेकिन बाकी चीज़ें छोड़ दी हैं। पकौड़ा, भजिया, ऑयली स्टफ हमने छोड़ दी हैं। तो वे यू कैन डू द परहेजी। दिस ब्रिंग्स अस टू द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ परहेजी। भाई परहेजी करना पड़ेगा। इफ योर बॉडी सेज यू कांट ईट दिस, देन डोंट ईट इट, अवॉइड इट। क्या जरूरी है उसको खाना। और ये भी हदीस में है। वंस हजरत अली करमल्लाहु वजहहू fell ill for a few days. He had fever, down. Then when he was recovering, he went along with Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam to someone's house for a dawat. Now the person put lots of khajur, dates, ripe, little bit unripe, and they all started eating. Hazrat Ali also started eating from the khajur. And Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ya Ali, stop. فَإِنَّكَ نَاقِهِ. You are just getting better, recovering from your illness. The khajur is garam and you had fever. So leave it, don't eat it. So Ali stopped and others were eating. Then the host brought in some stew with beetroot, chukandar in it, shalgam. And that was nice. It had barley in it, jaw, and it had beetroot and a little bit of masala in it. And Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ali, come eat this. This is better for you. This will give you the strength and the energy. So Hazrat Ali ate from there. What do we understand from the hadith? Parhezi. Huzur told him, you can't eat khajur. So if you're diabetic and doctor says you can't eat khajur, don't eat it. एक खा लो, 10-20 मत खाओ. और डॉक्टर ने कहा शुगर नहीं खानी है, बंद कर दो शुगर. तो ऑल्टरनेटिव यूज कर लो, मिठास के लिए शहद यूज कर लो, गुड क्वालिटी का, थोड़ा सा हनी डाल दो दूध में, चाय में. लेकिन यू हैव टू कंट्रोल yourself and you have to do a lot of parhezi if your body says it. You know, long time ago when I came here, 2002-3 first time, someone took me to this herbalist doctor. And Dr. Umar, I think his name was, went to his shop, he checked me out, he asked me lots of questions. And then he said, Maulana Sahab, how many glasses of water do you drink a day? I said, just a little bit here and there. And he said, Maulana Sahab, your body is very dry, you need water in your body. And he said, look around my surgery. and he had photos of forests and plants, and there was water dripping over it. मुझे कहा कि can you, what do you see in these plants? मैंने कहा ये greenery है and there's water dripping. He said these plants and vegetations, trees and everything, they survive only on water. Their ghiza is only water, nothing else. So your body also needs water and it's lacking it. And he said you need to drink lots of water. And then he said, you know, we Asians, we eat too much garam masala. And garam masala is bad for the stomach, for the heart burning. He said we need to balance it out. He said the way to balance it is to have lots of leaf vegetables, salad. He said when I go home, you know, I have a large glass of salad, lettuce and cucumber, carrot and all types of salad. I eat that whole jug first and then I eat my food, whatever curry, rice, biryani, kofta or gosht वगैरह. So this creates a balance in the stomach. And this is also in the hadith. Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came out, he had khajur in one hand and khira in one hand. Normally to translate it as cucumber. But khira is something between cucumber and sakarteti. It's very nice and sweet. It's soft and it's like sakarteti, a watermelon, melon. So the ta'seer of khira or even cucumber is cold and the asar of khajur is garam, right? So Huzur was eating khajur and he was eating the cucumber or the melon and he was saying yaksiru harru haza barda haza. The heat of this will kill off the cold of these, meaning they both will go in the stomach and create a balance in the stomach. The stomach won't be too hot, it won't be too cold. If it's too hot, you get fever, you get other problems, you get heartburn. If it's too cold, you catch cold, you get sardi, you get nazla, zukam, runny nose, your body goes cold. So he said, एक की गर्मी दूसरी की सर्दी को काट देगी. तो बैलेंस पेट में रखना जरूरी है. Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayhi, you know, he was once giving a dars. Someone asked him about a hadith and he couldn't recall the exact wording of the hadith. So he said, okay, I'll check it out, let you know. He went into his study room and he went through his notes and books and here and there. Now whilst he was searching for the hadith, someone from the household said, a basket of khajur has come as hadiyah. So he said, put it here, put it down. So they put it down and Imam Muslim is searching for the hadith and reading khajur, looking. He spent the whole night, Fajr. But because he didn't realize, he ate the whole basket of khajur. तो पूरा जो वो एक पूरा टोकरा खजूर का जो खा गए गफलत में, तो सुबह होते ही हदीस भी मिल गई लेकिन इमाम मुस्लिम का इंतकाल भी हो गया, क्योंकि पेट में गर्मी इतनी ज्यादा हो गई कि वो पेट और बॉडी उस गर्मी को बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकी. Couldn't take that heat and he died because of the overeating of that khajur without realizing. So our stomach, you know, मैं अपने डॉक्टर के पास गया था, मुझे कहता है मौलवी साहब, you know, our stomach is this size. You see my fist? This is the size of our stomach. And this is what Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, fill 1/3 and 1/3 for water and the other third for breathing air. But we say, no, you have to fill it all up. Water will find its way and breathing it comes naturally. So he said, this is but what we feel is that our stomach is like a balloon. You can just fill air in it and bloat it and spread it as much as we want. Isliye we eat too much and we get that beer belly, as they call it. So the lesson here is that as-sihhat, good health, is better than being rich. And what's the third sentence? وَطِيبُ النَّفْسِ مِنَ النَّعِيمِ. طِيبُ النَّفْس. What is طِيبُ النَّفْس? Being cheerful, having a smiling face, right? Being nice to everyone. भाई ये दुनिया से क्या लेकर जाना है? Be nice to everyone, यार. हंसी खुशी जिंदगी गुजारो. ये क्या डूम एंड ग्लूम, गुस्सा हर वक्त और और हर वक्त चिड़चिड़ाहट, घर में भी आए तो ओ बाप रे बाप जैसे शेर आ गया हो, और गुस्सा, सारी दुनिया को आसमान खड़ा करते सर पर, ऐसा क्यों है, वो क्यों है, फलां चीज़ ऐसी क्यों रखी है, ये नहीं रखा है, ये साफ नहीं है, खाना गलत पकाया है, मिर्च बहुत डाल दी है, नमक नहीं डाला है, पकाना नहीं आता है तुमको, कहाँ सीखा नहीं तुमने पकाना, ये कैसे पकाती हो, फेंको इसको, ले जाओ यहाँ से। यही क्या है यार, ये कोई इंसान है कि ये शैतान है? शैतान ऐसा करता है, इंसान ऐसा नहीं करता। फरमाया भाई चीयरफुल रहो, खुश रहो, हैप्पी रहो। ही सेड तीबुन नफ्स, being happy, being cheerful, being nice, having a good sense of humor, having a laugh sometimes, having a joke, right? It is from Naeem, Jannatul Naeem आता है ना, it is from the great huge नेमत of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. बहुत बड़ी नेमत है. Being cheerful is a great नेमत, is a bliss. You will enjoy your life if you remain cheerful. So don't stay in that doom and gloom and हर एक के साथ चल जाएगा, keeping yourself to self, किसी के साथ मिलने का भी नहीं, मुसाफा भी नहीं करने का. कोई सलाम कर रहा है, मुझे क्यों सलाम किया तूने, ले अरे भाई सलाम किया तुझको, लेकिन ऐसा, because we live a life of too much tension, and because of that tension our cheerfulness goes away and we become very rigid, agitated, परेशान, बेचैन all the time, failing to make ends meet. अरे भाई आसमान टूट पड़े फिर भी खुश रहो. देखो हजरत नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पर जो आसमान टूटा, ऐसा किसी पर टूटा होगा? You know the amount of enemies he had, the amount of abuse he suffered, the amount of insult he got, you know, the things that he had to tolerate. Not everything was roses. Of course he had his friends, his sahaba, his companions, but he had more enemies than friends, because he was going against the flow of the society. He was going against the mushrikeen and the shirk and idolatry. He was proclaiming tawheed. So he had lots of enemies. And they used to abuse him, they used to attack him, they used to put thorns in his way, they attempted his murder, they wanted to kill him, they poisoned him, they did magic and sorcery on him. They didn't leave any stone unturned in harming him. But in spite of that, he was always cheerful. He had always had a good sense of humor. You know, his family members died. He grieved. But within a little while, he was back to normal. Dusre din, same. And whenever he met someone, he would smile. One sahabi says, Abdullah ibn al-Harith, just ما رأيت واحدا أكثر تبسما من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I never saw anyone more smiling than Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. Jarir ibn Abdullah said, ما حجبني رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم منذ أسلمت ولا رآني إلا تبسم في وجهي. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never refused me anything since I embraced Islam. And whenever he saw me, he smiled. So this is tibun nafs, khush mizaji, good sense of humor is a great ni'mat of Allah. It's better than good health and is better than richness. Someone might not be healthy, he might be disabled, he might be in a wheelchair, but he has a good sense of humor. He laughs, he makes others laugh. He cracks jokes. तो कहेंगे यार ऐसी जगह इसको तो कुछ है ही नहीं, कुछ नहीं यार, ये डिसेबिलिटी है, क्या है, अल्लाह की तरफ से है. तो ये हुआ तीबुन नफ्स मिनन नाइम. Now you understand the full hadith properly? What did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? No harm in being rich for a muttaqi, parhezgar, taqwa wala. However, good health is better than being rich. And tibun nafs, khush mizaji, cheerfulness, good sense of humor is from among the huge great ni'mats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us good health as well, give us tawfiq to eat properly, eat healthy, eat wholesome food, and protect us from physical illness, from mental illness, from spiritual illness. Give us all shifa and healing from all physical ailments, illnesses, bimari, zahiri bimari se bhi Allah najat dilaye, और दिमागी अमराज से भी अल्लाह निजात दिलाए और रूहानी अमराज से भी अल्लाह निजात दिलाए। हमको एक साफ़ सुथरा क्लीन अच्छा इंसान बनाए ताकि हमारी ज़िंदगी अच्छी तरह से गुजर सके। जज़ाकुमुल्लाह। अल्लाहुम्मा लकल हम्दु व लकल शुक्र। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना मुहम्मदिन नबिय्यिल उम्मी व अला आलिहि व सहबिहि व सल्लिम तस्लीमा। परवरदिगार आलम, हमारे यहाँ उठना बैठना कहना सुनना पढ़ना पढ़ाना कबूल फरमा लीजिए, हमसे राज़ी हो जाइए। या अल्लाह हमको रिच और दौलतमंद भी बनाइए और तकवा भी नसीब फरमाइए और हमको गुड हेल्थ भी नसीब फरमाइए और हमको हमेशा हमेशा हंसता मुख्ता और मुस्कुराता रखिए, खुश मिजाज रखिए। गिव अस अ गुड सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर, गिव अस गुड हेल्थ एज वेल एंड गिव अस गुड वेल्थ एज वेल। Allah, health, wealth, cheerfulness are all important. We ask you to bless us with all of them and at the same time bless us with taqwa, fear of Allah and consciousness, and to do the right things. Pray 5 times a day. Even after Ramadan as well, give us istiqamat. Give us the tawfiq to come to the masjid and give us tawfiq to pray nafil namaz, keep nafil roza, the 6 Shawwal roza, and make our Eid an enjoyable Eid for all of us, for all those who are going through tough times in this city of Toronto and country and around the whole world, wherever they're going through tough times. Have mercy upon the Muslims in Burma who are affected by the earthquake, the masajid which became shaheed, the musallis which became shaheed at Jummah time. Have mercy upon them, elevate their ranks, forgive them, O Allah, and those who are affected, provide for them. At the same time, have mercy upon our brothers and sisters and small children and elderly and disabled and ladies in Palestine, in Gaza. Remove the genocide from them, remove from them the tyranny and oppression that is taking place, and grant them peace and sukoon and aman and safety, and accept their shuhada, elevate their ranks, and O Allah, free Palestine and free Masjid Aqsa, and give us ability to pray where namaz and salat in Masjid Aqsa with freedom, and accept our humble du'as. And at the same time, Ramadan is coming to a close. O Allah, free us from the fire of Jahannam. This Ashara is itqum min an-nar, freedom from the fire of Jahannam. Free us all from the fire of Jahannam. Cross our names from the list of those who are destined for Jahannam, and write our names in the list of those who are going to Jannah. And Allah, forgive us, have mercy upon us, and give us emancipation and freedom from your azab. Allah, give us protection from azabi Jahannam, give us your protection from azabi qabr, and give us your protection from fitna of mahya mamat and fitna of Masih Dajjal and all those fitnas that are surrounding us. Protect us, take care of us, have mercy upon us, provide for us, give us all the good thing which your beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked from you. Protect us from all those evils from which he sought your protection. Accept our Ramzan, accept our Roza, accept our Taraweeh, accept our Nawafil and Faraiz, our Sadaqat and Khairat and Zakat and Fitrana, our Tilawat Kalam Pak, our Tahajjud and Qiyamul Layl. Forgive our shortcomings, give us tawfiq to do more. Accept the i'tikaf of Mu'takifeen. They sat here for Laylatul Qadr. O Allah, give them all the ibadat of Laylatul Qadr, and give them all your pleasure and your happiness and rida. And those who did khidmat of the Mu'takifeen in whatever way, Ya Allah, reward them for every dollar and cent they spend on Mu'takifeen and however they help them, and reward them in full. And O Allah, keep the peace and unity of Medina Masjid alive, and give us tawfiq to do khidmat of Medina Masjid. All the projects that are taking them place, O Allah, grant success in them. Accept the khidmat of Hazrat Aimma Kiram, O Allah, Mufti Sahab and Maulana Ismail Sahab and all the committee and community. Accept their khidmat. Be pleased with us all. O Allah, accept our humble du'as. Accept all the du'as we made during the month of Ramadan. O Allah, whatever good we asked for and there is good in it for us, please bless us with that goodness. And whatever bad things and evil we sought protection from, and your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam sought protection from, O Allah, give us all protection from all evils and accept our humble du'as. وصلى اللهم وسلم على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. थोड़ी देर